Hey everybody, nice to be back again. Another week. I made it, haven't been murdered. Looks like there's some murdering going on somewhere. This Brian Laundrie. Brian Laundrie is a person of interest. Can you imagine a person of interest? He's probably a little bit more than that. He was the last person to see his girlfriend, Gabby Petito. But now that they say she's a missing person, but he's also a missing person. I got an idea about that. He's not missing, he's on the run. He's in hiding. Most likely, he's guilty because guilty people don't run and hide. I guess they don't. Certainly do. Are you kidding me? Hope they find this guy. And I'm praying that this girl is okay, as we should all. Can you imagine? Can you imagine him being a person of interest? It doesn't make any sense to me. He should be the main suspect. Now that he's running, he's missing too? No, he's not missing. Get out of here. His parents don't know anything about it. They know. Everybody knows. Then we got Whispering Joe back in the news. I'm glad he's got nothing to do because on Friday, around noon, he called it a day and said he needed a beach weekend to relax. I don't know. This was after giving Afghanistan $64 million in aid. I don't know. They got all the military equipment. Perhaps they pulling that off. That could be more than $64 million. I'm sure the Taliban is going to use this money and make sure it gets dispersed to the people who need it very, very well. I do hear Biden's new mantra is, make the Taliban great again, and he's doing everything he can to assure that. Good old Whispering Joe, what are we going to do without him? Again, no refunds. Is anybody else tired of hearing the phrase, build back better? I know that I said this before, but all I hear when I hear this phrase is bears, beats, Battlestar Galactica. It's ridiculous. Build back better. I guess build back better is ridiculous. The building back better, though, is the White House has asked the Department of Justice and the FBI to investigate if you say F. Biden to be considered a crime, a hate crime, and to perpetuate violence. Funny, that was not the case when Trump was in office. It shouldn't be accepted for anybody, but I don't know how that changed. It was okay for Kathy Griffin to hold up a decapitated Trump lookalike head. That wasn't perpetuating violence and not a crime. But hey, if you say F. Biden, you deserve a couple of days in jail. Not a slap on the wrist. Make it a felony. Is everybody really kidding me now? Come on. So, we have here Larry Elder just lost the runoff in California. He lost the callback in California. So he's not going to California, and one of the reasons is Governor Newsom, the rich white man, said that Larry Elder is a white supremacist and he's not for equality or diversity. Larry Elder's a black man, hate to tell you. Go figure. The black man is a white supremacist, not for equality, diversity. What is wrong with California? I'm telling you, it is a sewer, a cesspool. I can't even believe that you would call a black man a white supremacist. It's insane. And then we have the queen of stupid strikes again, AOC. Now, you cannot call a woman. She is a person who menstruates. Imagine that, a person who menstruates. You know what I call those people? Women. Doesn't make any sense to me. Then the same queen of stupidity goes to an event that costs $275,000 to get in with the richest people in the world and celebrities and wears a dress worth $30K that says tax the rich on the back. You can't fix stupid. It's like a diamond. It lasts forever. I should get that on a t-shirt. Probably sell millions. Now, just a fun fact. If you get COVID or a bee sting, you have the same mortality rate if you have no comorbidities. Imagine that. I don't see people walking around fully netted in bee suits all the time, but yet the mask is required. I don't know, man. Something sounds strange. Drinking a little Arizona Sunrise Cherry Punch. It's not bad. And then we have our girl, Nicki Minaj. Never really cared about Nicki Minaj, but she's one of my favorite now. Apparently, her cousin took the vaccine and had swollen testicles so bad that his fiance wouldn't marry him. Good and bad about that. It only affects half the population. I'm really, how big were those balls? It's insanity. So she came out as an anti-vaxxer because of her experience, and the left turned on her in a second. These are the same left who, when she was on a platform, didn't want Trump. They were all behind her. But she said, no swollen testicles. I'm not going to back this vax. And she is getting canceled. And you know what? She don't care, man. I like Nicki Minaj now. Really do. Go, Nicki. Now, it's apparently, it is racist for teachers to tell the students to behave. It is based on white supremacy. So let's go, kids. Let's just go wilding in school. Let's not behave. Let's not learn because it is a white ideal. Are you kidding me? Really? It doesn't even make sense to me. And now, getting back to the segregation, discrimination, is a $30 million complex being built on Long Island that will only house gay people. They consider this moving forward, progress. I don't see it that way. I see it as segregation and discrimination moving backwards. Why don't we have housing for just blacks, just whites, just gays, just Asians? What are we doing? Again, let's stop talking about how people are different. How people are different. It blows my mind. Do you think a gay person thinks different than a white person or a black person? No, they don't think different. They're good people. Black people, good people. White people, good people. Is everyone a good person? No. There are bad people and good people and stupid people, which I've counted many, many times. I can count one in my house right now. It's probably me because I really am that stupid sometimes. Now, this transgender thing continues to go downhill because the new transgender pronoun, they're getting away from the bug. Now, the new one is AMP. A-M-P. Not really sure it came from or what it means. But there was a transgender who, really tough because she looked like a male and a female, so I didn't know. Maybe she was fluid. And she was talking about how she lives in Chicago, and the brothers came up there and said, yo, brother, what's going on? And she said, hey, I'm, look at me, I could be a brother, I could be a sister, but they were so taken of me that I said, hey, I really respect you for calling me brother or sister. I really respect it. You could just call me brother or sister. I got a great idea. Why don't you just tell him your name? We all got names. I'd rather be called my name than brother. I mean, hey, listen. Is your name wrong? Again, where are we going? Where are we going? Then we have 2-year-olds wearing a mask. 2-year-olds wearing a mask. Am I the only one who thinks this is insane? Why don't we just put these kids in a bubble, in cellophane, and not let them out? 2-year-olds in masks. Now, this is even more insane because a woman got on a plane and got booted off because her 2-year-old wasn't wearing a mask correctly. It kept coming down off of the 2-year-old's nose and mouth. So apparently the mask police are at the airport throwing off planes. A 2-year-old. You can't get a 2-year-old to keep their shoes on. Never mind a mask. Where are we going in this world? Give it a bee suit. Maybe she keep that on. You zip it up in the back like a jumper. Nobody's getting that bad boy off. A squirrel told me this week, Dad, I know why you're trying to be nice. You just want to be the number one parent. But I'm on to your tricks. Me being nice was just making him some breakfast. So, this is what I deal with on a daily basis. Now, be a short one today. I believe. The friend, a good friend of mine, 25 years, went through a very bitter divorce, which she still hasn't recovered. However, in the last 2 years, I fell in love with her ex-husband, and I'm looking to start a relationship. She's such a good friend, I think she will understand. How should I move forward? Get rid of that guy, man! You have a choice. You're falling in love with the ex-husband or your friend who you love. Are you insane? She will not forgive you. You will lose a friend and gain a man, so you really have to put that on a scale. And something is wrong with your thinking if that's what you believe. You do not date or marry a good friend's ex. Again, the mass stupidity. Seek help, man. And the last one. Again, another long friendship that may be in jeopardy. A friend of over 25 years is very lax on her COVID protocol. Well, I am very much for COVID protocol. We had a dear friend who was battling cancer catch COVID and died, and she doesn't understand how serious COVID is. She died of COVID, and my friend wants to ignore it. Did she really die of COVID? Or was it the cancer? I think your neuroses makes you want to believe it was the COVID, but more likely it was the cancer. So maybe you, again, should look in the mirror. I am realizing that all of these self-help questions are all similar. They're all people looking to be massaged, thinking that they're doing the right thing. Nobody wants reality advice. They want to know what is going to help them sleep better. Well, I'll tell you something. You know what's going to help you sleep better? Look in the mirror, because if you think it's stupid, it probably is. If you think it's wrong, it probably is. There are some legitimate ones, but they are far and few between. I'm going to pour myself a little bit more drink here. I'm going to grill up a steak tonight and just enjoy the evening. It's my wife's birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday to my wife and my sister-in-law. I'm not sure if it's today or the day after my wife's, but happy birthday to you too, Bonnie, because I love you very much. And remember this, it's all nonsense. You have to live with yourself every day when you look in the mirror. You have to decide, are you a good person or a bad person? Find somebody you love, because I could be reading a story about you being dead tomorrow or a loved one being dead tomorrow. But don't forget to give them a hug, tell them you love them, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. I'll see you guys next week. Hey, I love you all. Have a great day. Cheers.